We just had our first big snowstorm of the season, and actually we had accumulations of upwards of 24 inches, so it was a good challenge for our crew for the first storm of the season, mitigating the snow accumulations that we had on the city streets.
One of the things that I hear over and over again from constituents and residents in the metro area is that as soon as they hit Wheat Ridge, the streets are way better plowed than of our neighboring cities. And I'm really proud of the fact that Wheat Ridge takes pride in maintaining our streets. We make our traffic flow well, and our goal is to keep traffic moving in all blizzards and all snowstorms.
We're always watching the weather this time of year to see and anticipate what kind of storm we're going to be getting. Pavement temperatures play a big role in the accumulations that we're going to be receiving on the streets. We're always ready. We always have our trucks prepared with the granular material and liquid de-icers so that we can respond accordingly. And it's really up to the drivers when they're out there plowing or applying these liquid de-icers or granular materials, what's going to work best. Every storm is different that we get here in Colorado.
It came in at midnight. At first it was just wet, which works out good for us with our salt, because when it's wet, it turns into liquid and it keeps the snow from adhering to the asphalt. Probably 4 or 5 is when it started sticking, and then it stuck fast. Covered the street pretty quick.
Our snow removal crews are employees of the city. Believe it or not, we only have 12 individuals, 3 4-man crews that rotate in 8-hour shifts during a snowstorm. So whether that storm is 1 day long or a week long, we are in that continual rotation. They provide that service until the streets are safe again and we have the snow and ice mitigation that we're looking for.
So far it's not too bad. We got 2 or 3 inches of snow. Every storm is different. They all kind of have their own personality. So they're talking, you know, it could be 4 inches today and another 4 inches tonight. It'd be quite a storm for the first one for the season. Came in at 7:30 this morning. Steve, crew leader, has me doing the secondaries. A lot of times too, to open up these streets, you gotta make like 4 passes to get it curb to curb. Usually when we do our first passes here, we try to get the center line cleared. That way people have a reference point on where they are on the street.
Our priority streets are predetermined and they are classified by the main collectors or major collectors and major arterials. 38th Avenue or 48th Avenue, Pierce Street or Reed Street.
This is one of our school streets here. We make sure the schools are and the hospital and the firehouse is clear in case, you know, for kids getting out of school or going to school, for emergency equipment getting to and from, those kind of are our priority.
Secondary streets would be those streets that are classified as minor collectors. We're also going to be applying snow and ice control measures to hilly intersection approaches that we have within the city. After we've controlled those streets, we are going to be working in all the other streets within the city to plow and apply de-icers and granular material to control the snow and ice that we've accumulated in those areas. In the residential streets, we generally don't apply these measures until we've accumulated 12 inches of snow or more. Well, safety is the primary concern for our crews. It's kind of a competition, so to speak, that they have, and they're very proud of what they accomplished during a snowstorm and how quickly they accomplished that. And obviously the safety of drivers that are going through our city is paramount importance to them, and so they do their best to mitigate the snow and ice that we've accumulated as quickly as possible.
We try to drive safe and make sure we're doing a good job plowing the streets. Drive safe just so we can keep the roads clear. You know, if you get in an accident or something like that, that means you're out of, you're not plowing, your truck's out of commission.
Teamwork is right up there in priorities. They have to be able to communicate with each other coming on and off the shifts to determine what the conditions are.
Yes, teamwork's very important. A lot of times if it's a big storm, we'll double up, 2 trucks together going down the street, and that helps quick, because sometimes it's snowing so hard, you make a pass and come back to make your second pass, and the lane you just did is already filling up with snow again.
We also mitigate the amount of air pollution that we have in the city. We're using granular materials and liquid deicers instead of sand, so we're not having to plow that sand up.
In the back of my plow truck here, I have a load of salt. It holds about 7 tons of salt. It's not a mixture or anything, it's just pure salt that we use on the street. And it dissolves real well, so it's nice for, we don't have to go out and sweep it up afterwards.
Applying less sand in the city produces better air quality for the city of Wheat Ridge, and also we're reducing sweeping costs with the implementation of this program.
During a blizzard or a snowstorm, there are many ways that citizens can also help each other and help your neighbor during those storms. Check on elderly or disabled neighbors. Go the extra step to make sure the sidewalk on your block is clear of snow so it can be accessible by all, including people in wheelchairs. Give plows room to work and park off-street if you can until they have cleared your block. Travel at a safe distance from the sand trucks and snow plows at all times to avoid damage to your car. Do not try to pass these vehicles when they are spreading or operating. Exercise extreme care and caution when driving in adverse and inclement weather. Limit and restrict travel unless absolutely necessary during severe weather. One of the problems we have in the city of Wheat Ridge, and I ask citizens to please be aware of it, please do not shovel your snow off of sidewalks or driveways into the street again. What that does is create a hazard, it creates ice in the evening, so please, once again, do not shovel your snow off your sidewalk or your driveway back into the street.
The plow driver and the work that they do is very gratifying. They can see the work that they've done immediately when they look in the rearview mirrors. Winds, temperatures, pavement temperatures, they all vary. And the drivers learn to recognize that, and it's almost like a science.
We got a lot of good guys that really take a lot of pride in doing a good job. It makes it safe for the citizens, make it safe for everybody getting to work and getting home. And we got a lot of guys that really step up when it comes to snow plowing to make sure we do a good job. Pushing the snow and you look back and see that you're opening up the road. We're on the 4 to midnight crew. We'll probably be pulling a double today, so that gets hard, but we enjoy doing it.
I've always enjoyed doing this. It saves people's lives, keeps the streets safe, people can get around. It's all I know.
The City of Wheat Ridge Public Works Department takes a proactive approach in providing snow removal services during adverse weather conditions due to snowstorms, regardless of the severity of the storm. A major snowstorm is defined as a foot or more of snow on the ground, accompanied by freezing temperatures. If you need any additional information on our snowplow program, you can find that on our website, or you can call 303-205-7600.